boys are back. The boys are back. Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast. We're here, and you should have no fear. Patrice has returned.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Yeah, if anyone likes Don Henley.
That's not Don Henley.
If anyone
That's
likes
Boys of Summer.
Just kidding. Boys of Summer.
Yeah.
But I'm back.
You're back. You're missing a tooth, and your foot is fucked up.
Yeah, man. I'm a little worse
You look
for
like
wear.
shit.
Yeah, I do look like shit. You want to know? I kind of feel like shit too.
Yeah. So you've been like taking anything for pain? I know you don't quit. You quit drinking and things, and pills and stuff. So
yeah.
how's that? How do you like work that with your brain and your programs and whatnot?
So the idea before. So I really fucked up my foot, right?
Yeah, it looks like shit.
It does look like shit.
Gross.
It is pretty gross.
You got pins in it, right?
I got 2 screws.
God damn.
Yeah, they told me that when it's actually time to take the screws out, they literally take them out with a screwdriver.
No way.
And I was like, yeah.
Like, oh, what kind of chop shop am I going to? My insurance is garbage. Thanks, Mom.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're here for you. Yeah, fucking more
unless
like...
you fuck up unless you have a minor accident that requires a less than minor surgery. Or more than minor surgery, say.
But, yeah, so before the surgery, I know we had kind of talked about it, and the idea was, oh, man, like, I don't need to take any painkillers. Like, I can tough through it, right? Just take a fuckload of ibuprofen, aspirin, as much nicotine as my...
Dimetap.
Yeah, like...
Mainlining Dimetap.
Yeah, man, get some aspartame in there. Just a concoction of anything.
Just cauterize it.
Yeah, just anything that's going to take away the pain. But, nothing that's going to, like, tingle my, like, senses of, like, oh, I like that. I like my butt. But that went out the window probably, like, a day and a half into, like, after surgery.
Yeah.
So they had a catheter. They gave me a catheter.
They put it in your urethra?
Go figure. It was a non-penile catheter.
Because they couldn't find your dick?
Yeah.
It hadn't used it in so long, it just wasn't available?
It kind of recesses. It's like hibernation.
It turtled.
Yeah.
Your dick turtled.
It's a dick turtle.
Yeah.
I should name him Sheldon.
Yes.
Shelly
the turtle.
Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Oh, no, you're not putting that needle in me. See ya. But they put a catheter on the side of my hip, and it, by the way, the fucking needle they gave me for the catheter was like probably 8 to 9 inches, which...
That's intimidating.
I've
never seen 8 to 9 inches, so...
Yeah, I know I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen half of that.
I push a hard 3 7/8.
They call me, I'm like the upper lower middle class.
Upper lower middle class.
I'm right in there, right about average. I'm batting about 480.
Yeah,
maybe 475.
I'm a strong 4.2 today.
But so that catheter was pretty much sending, like, numbing, like it's a nerve block. So it sends all this numbing medication down to the surgery site. So for the first day I was home, I'm like, it was okay. I literally couldn't feel anything from halfway up my thigh down to my toes.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, like, this is manageable.
Whereas
like,
normally
the
opposite. At the high end, you can't feel shit around your groinal area. It keeps you embracing your situation in life.
That'd be nice,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So it was a new feeling. I was like, oh, like, this will be a piece of cake. I was a little tired from, like, the meds they give you, like, when you're under surgery. Like, they give you some sort of pain medication to begin with.
Yeah.
So I was home for like a day and a half, and the initial nerve block that they gave me at the hospital, that wore off. And then there's like this gray in-between period where that one wears off, and then the medication that's being run through you via the catheter will, like, start to take over.
Oh, yeah.
But the kicker is it's not as strong. It's probably like half is like productive as the other one is.
Yeah.
So when that started to wear off, I could just feel my foot starting to pound. And I was like, Mom! Mommy! I need painkillers! Give me painkillers!
I want the painkillers.
And I folded like a fucking, like, piece of paper.
Yeah.
I mean, because the pain really hurt, but and I mean, it still hurts. It still, like, hurts every day, but yeah, to deal with that pain right off the bat, we were going to jump into half a pill. And I was like, it was this weird thing, though. It was this weird in-between with my parents, because I didn't want to have the painkillers. Not that I didn't trust myself, but...
Yeah, they didn't want you to have them either, right?
Well, not that they didn't want me to be, like, in possession and in control of the actual, like, bottle, like, the actual prescription.
Yeah.
But they were like, maybe if we need it. And I just have never had a fucking foot surgery before.
Well, that's what I was saying, man.
Yeah.
They did end up doing exactly how I was.
Yeah.
I was like, get the painkillers and leave them with someone else, and then let them be in control.
Yeah, and which is what I want.
I like to control so many things that it feels so freeing to just give up control on certain things.
Right.
I love it.
I completely agree.
Like now, like when I go to pee sitting down, sometimes I poop. Often now I poop.
And it's like, and you don't know if you're gonna poop.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's freeing. It's like a lack of control over what happens in your bowels. Quite frankly, it's great. So you started taking the painkillers on a normal tilt, or like were you like mainlining them real quick?
I will be 100% honest, and this is coming off the chest. I've had the thought. It did cross my mind like multiple times of like, maybe the next one I don't swallow it. Maybe I crush it up and snort it. And
yeah.
And like that's because I've got a fucked up mind, right? And so
I think about things like that.
Yeah, and so like the thought crossed my head, and it's not like I'm sitting on it, but across, and I was like, it's like a train coming through a train station. It's like, oh, there's that train. No, that's a bad train, and I just let that train keep going.
Yeah, that's okay. So people mistakenly think that their thoughts are gonna like just go away on their own.
Yeah, no, they don't.
You have to accept them, and you're like, You pass them, let them like just push them off without judging them first.
Yeah.
Without judging yourself for having them, and therefore being bad.
And that's a tough thing to do, though.
Yeah. It takes a lot of
ACT
practice. Therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy is one way. I've been able to do that to some, and then ironically, you find that those thoughts aren't as frequent.
Yeah.
Anymore, but you still have to bat them away. You
do. They're not like
you grab them, and then you're like, nah, not you today, and you're like, set them down. You throw the river of thoughts.
Yeah.
You just let them go down the river. But boofing or snorting your pain pill and going back off the whack.
Right.
Okay.
So much.
Here's the thing: you don't want to do that.
No, and I'm like,
and you're probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that you don't want to do that means you're better than you used to be, right?
Exactly.
Even if you did it, you still were better off than you used to be because you didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you could relapse but without wanting to. You're still making progress.
You are. I mean, it's
in a small way, but
it is. I mean, even if it was like a step back, which it would be, but it's not. It's not a collapse. I've taken however many fucking days. I like just hit 7 months the other day, which is awesome.
How many days? Like 200 almost.
Oh, let me check my little calendar.
You got an app that says you are not a drunk.
Basically,
every day.
Basically,
does that you get push notifications about your sobriety? Sober push notifications.
I said days sober. 210.
Nice.
But yeah, so 210 steps forward, one step back. Like, yes, it does reset that number, but it doesn't make those other ones go away, right?
Right. Well, at some point you have to realize that the number itself isn't.
It's not that.
It's not important. Relevant, not being relevant. That's the wrong term phrase. I don't want it.
No,
not belittling it.
I think it is a little bit.
Yeah, but it's just the number. If you could get attached to the number as some type of like thing you have to get going, keep going, the badge instead of I just don't drink. Instead of like it's been so many days, as if like the next day is more of an accomplishment than the next. No, every day is the same amount of accomplishment. No matter what, you can only achieve one thing.
Yeah,
it's not drink or not do drugs.
Yeah,
you did it. Does it really matter that you didn't do it the day before and the day before and the day before?
No, not really, because it's a new thing each day, right?
It's a new thing each day, and then you have to be like, I won today, and it's nice badge of honor. But when this, and I seriously doubt this streak lifestyle, I should say, will be broken. But you have to, so much you have to like remove yourself from that attachment to the streak, like the competitiveness inside of you. That's just like, because what if you're just doing it for the streak? At a certain point, that's like with podcasting. Like, sometimes you're just like, oh, I got to do it because, like, no, I'm in control of this.
Yeah, like if you don't,
I'm not going
want to
quit for a month. Oops.
yeah,
We're back.
but it happened. Yeah, and I am glad we're back.
Yeah, Patrice needed a time off for his foot.
Yeah, there would have been some weird podcasts if like you just got me at home like 45 minutes after popping.
Yeah, you would have been useless. You can't even add up how much money you owe from gambling.
I mean, I did.
I mean, it
eventually.
took you like 9 tries.
Yeah,
you were like, oh, I think I got it. I just coldly look at you and be like, it doesn't count until you can produce that number twice.
More than once.
Otherwise, you just like pulled it out of the sky, and it's irrelevant to me, even if it's going up. Even if it means I'm getting more back.
It's not the point, right?
Yeah, no, that's not the point. Is you arrive at the same number twice. Even if you did it wrong, if you do it wrong twice, I'm inclined to just believe you and cut my losses. You know?
Gosh, no, this having a pot like I know we have tons of viewers in Malaysia, Thailand, Ethiopia.
Yeah. They love us.
We're speckled all across the the third world countries.
Yeah.
It's such a good outlet, man.
I want to dominate the third world like a fucking arms dealer.
Yeah, I want to be a warlord of podcasts.
Podcast warlords.
Podcast warlords on the beat.
No.
We take your women and children and your listeners.
Kill all your listeners, all belong to us.
But oh yeah, quick little backstep. So, Painkillers, man. You have
a history with them, yeah?
I do. So, we were just upstairs in Andy's kitchen and saw a little Christmas ornament on the wall. It's almost Christmas here.
Go ahead.
That wasn't bad.
That was good.
And did you know, or did any of our listeners know, that Patrice used to work at a Christmas mart?
Ooh, it was called Christmas Mart?
It was called Cafe. It's called Katie Wolfhart. But so I used to say I was like a greeter, or I would work an aisle, and I had to know all about the different things we sold, and they were all like traditional German Christmas ornaments. It was called "Hello, welcome to Katie Wolfhart."
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hello, welcome to Katie Wolfhart."
Hello, welcome. The beef heart section is over to the left.
Yes.
And the Nazi paraphernalia section is over to the back.
Yeah, and it's buy one get SS free. Oh, I'm sorry, get 2.2 free. And fun thing about that Christmas mart was working there at a time after my sophomore year of college, and it wasn't until, or no, it was not after. It was Christmas of my sophomore year, and I was like right in the entrails of just like doing whatever I wanted. So I was taking a shit ton of painkillers.
You were down in the guts of your problem.
Yeah. And
without any desire to get out of it, you're like loving it.
I was loving every second of it.
Well, you're just like, I don't even care about girls anymore. I just want to pop these Xannies
that was
bars.
This was at like I was along the peak. I was like getting to the climax where girls were happening. Like I was able to still function and interact with people. I was like okay with being like the stereotypical drug user, kind of douchey, but like could still be sociable and talk to people.
Yeah.
Whilst being drunk and high and
how do you like talk to people while you're on painkillers? Like, what's the point?
I don't like
conversation on painkillers.
Hey,
how you doing?
Here's the thing, like, yes, like that is how it starts at some point, but then you start to build up a tolerance.
Don't you just want to go to sleep when you're on those things?
No, you want to drink.
Really?
At least for me.
You and my friend have the weirdest fucking. Well, no, I've seen you drunk though. In the past, that was pretty average response to alcohol. Throwing cans out the window and going on a wetter.
But that was pretty deep out. That was probably like 10 beers or so.
That wasn't 10 beers.
Dude,
That was after that party.
I know, but I'm sneaky, man.
You were drinking like 8 beers at a family Christmas party from the coworkers?
Yeah.
Coworkers.
That's, I have terrible control.
Clients, I should say. The clients' parents. Snuckily drank all the beers.
Well, it's like it's sneakily and it's not. It's like it's this false sense of like not confidence, but this false sense of like acceptance of like, oh yeah, like oh yeah, I'll have
It's
another
fine.
beer.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. They're
I'll
fine
have
with this.
another
They
one.
don't see it. Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
thought, right? You can never think that.
I pay attention to it.
Well, yeah, because you're smart,
smart.
right? You're different.
Because I know what I used to do.
Yeah.
I when I fucking like at that Cisco night where I just took everyone's beers when they weren't looking and chugged them really quick.
Which is hysterical.
I drank toilet beers, man, like bathroom beers. I didn't give a fuck.
I've drank. I don't know if
Fucking
I don't
party
think I've
monster.
done it. I know you are. I don't think I ever did a toilet beer, but I would do the wake up on the couch at like a friend's place and like look and just like with my eyes halfway open, like still crusty, look at like the coffee table and see if there's like anything in any of those cups, and I'm like, oh thank God, and just
You
like
would've done it?
a little bit and then go back to sleep and wake up, do it again, and then like get the fuck out of there and go get more drunk.
There you go. Because you don't want those fucking fallen soldiers, man. You're
I
like
mean, yeah, fallen soldiers were troops that would be gladly
you're
accepted.
drinking from the tomb of the unknown soldier, man. You're drinking the embalming fluid out of the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Funny story. I was actually I was in the presence of the tomb of the unknown soldier the other day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
Sweet. So you're.
But I didn't know it.
Yeah, they didn't either.
So I never thought I'd make a tomb of the unknown soldier joke.
You got to, man. Fuck him. Fuck him. It's probably not even a soldier in there.
Yeah, it's like a cat carcass.
It's a cat carcass.
They're like, this is the soldier who fought for the Union.
Yeah.
We don't know who he was. It's alive.
It lives. Kill it again. Kill it with fire.
Oh no, we don't know if we killed it.
What if there's a zombie in there? What if it's Jesus?
Whoa,
Jesus is the unknown soldier.
That would be that's a great movie idea.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier
It's Jesus Christ.
comes out.
And he fought for the Union against slavery. It's from the Union. Where are you getting that shit from? It's from the Vietnam War, isn't it?
No, I thought it was from the Civil War.
No.
That's a.
The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier from the Civil. Look it up. Look it up. Put the football game on that computer and look up the fucking Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. What war it's from? We're probably both wrong, but it's not the fucking Civil War.
Maybe it's the it's not the Revolutionary War.
It could be World War II, but it's not.
It's most likely World War II.
There's no way they did that for forever. Like, why would it be from the 1860s?
I don't know, man. Listeners, if you have any on 1912, the unknown was placed. Oh, so it's fucking World War One.
No, 1912. We're wrong overall.
No, it's
1912. Do you know when World War One took place? Yes. No. America was in it from 1917 to 1919.
World War One. No, I think you're pulling those numbers.
No.
Out of
As
1914. Ah, fuck, you're right. Okay, fair point.
So it's from neither of those wars.
So maybe it's the Spanish-American War.
I don't know. Some unknown. See, we don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know about it. So what about these painkillers and Christmas? And it's a painkiller.
I don't know. It was just
it's a painkiller Christmas this year.
Hopping around the Vicodin tree, have a big old snort for you. Everyone's dancing and snorting their stuff. It's a Vicodin Christmas for you.
Did you ever go to a party that just had fucking ashtrays of pills at JMU?
Not exactly, but I had
BYOP?
To an extent, but I had like a really good friend group, and I think I'm the outlier of people that could live that lifestyle and sustain it and be successful.
Well, you weren't that successful at it.
Well, exactly, right? I was the outlier who couldn't do it.
They were. Wait, so you had a good friend group, meaning they were nice people.
They were all nice people,
and they were supporting you not doing that.
No,
they weren't.
They were.
It was not a good friend group.
At the time, I see your point, but I mean, let me backpedal a little bit.
Okay, backpedal. Go back into the tomb.
Yeah, back to the Civil War.
It's not a Civil War.
I know it's not. No, I mean...
At least I knew that.
Most of, like, parties...
I'm stupid.
It wouldn't be, like, parties. It would be, like, pill parties. But when I would have friends over, someone would be like, oh, hey, like, I've got some pills. Like, oh, I got some Xanax. Or, oh, I've got some pain pills. Be like, I would be, like, so hyped. I'd be like, oh, you have pills? I'd be like, oh, dude, like, let me... And I would be such a slimy, skeezy motherfucker and being like, let's do them. Like, come on, man. Like, do you want to do them now? Be like, oh, fine. And I'm just like...
The way you looked at it, you're like, hey, come on. Let's...
little...
The aggression you showed to doing pain pills is what you're supposed to show with, like your drive with, like, women or your job.
Yeah.
And you showed it with fucking pain pills.
This was at a, like...
And this drive is probably gone now.
It's not gone. It can be...
Like what do you replace it with? What is that? Where does that drive go? That energy?
It goes to athletics. And I see where that got me, right? Like,
yeah, your body's betraying you.
You're betraying me, Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the chosen one.
You were supposed to destroy the painkillers, not join them. In other Star Wars related content, my
back.
Personal favorite Star Wars character out of the entire story, Hayden Christensen, is reprising his role as Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series streaming on Disney+.
So he's just going to be Darth Vader, but he doesn't... I don't get it, because he only talks as James Earl Jones once he gets the voice.
So
and when he doesn't have the thing, his face is all fucked up. Are they going to put him in through hours of makeup to say, like, 2 lines? Why did they cast him? Why isn't it James Earl Jones?
I don't know if there's confirmation on if James Earl Jones is going to do the voice or not. I can't imagine it any other way.
I can't.
Right? Like, it's not doable.
While he's still alive enough to work,
I think you milk that out of him.
You can't put anyone else. Like, what are they going to do? Will Arnett?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell is Darth Vader. Like,
that's a good point.
So when I was like, that's cool they brought him back, but like, he's fucking Darth Vader,
but
and his body and face are destroyed.
I think
so. Why they get Hayden Christensen?
It's set
flashbacks.
Yeah, so I think flashbacks is a big part of it. Also, there's probably going to be in either Empire or A New Hope. There's scenes where Vader's in like his meditation chamber, and it kind of like seals off. So it's essentially he's able to take off his helmet, and it's like he's in another giant helmet in terms of like his respiratory system.
Okay,
so like that gives us
still gonna be a bunch of fucking makeup and shit,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't think, but if we're doing it at a point of like 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, and we see Vader's face for the first time technically at the end of Return of the Jedi, so there's space in there of like his face could have been like not quite as bad at this point because it deteriorates down to when we see it. So
yeah,
I think there's some wiggle room. I'm just excited,
they just got to do with flashbacks.
There's going to be flashbacks.
I'm glad that you're excited.
I'm like fucking over the moon.
I'm not going to shit on your parade.
I know you're not. I knew you were tempted when I sent you that. I know you are.
I was tempted. But you did a good job.
Yeah, I think he did it to the best of his ability. I blame the writing some, and I blame...
I mean, I didn't create a universe like Star Wars, but I can write better dialogue than George Lucas. Maybe not Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote Empire Strikes Back, but better than George Lucas.
Yeah, I think George Lucas is...
But he created Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Willow. Like,
his thing is world building, right?
Yeah.
Like the creation of like an imagination to create that, and like for how nuanced and how detailed he was with like Star Wars before the expanded universe stuff started, which is like where all these other writers and people got to do their own thing. Like he was like, yeah, here's this, just fucking busts a load of like this whole universe, and he's like, might do well at the box office. Might not.
Hey!
Let's get Al Guinness in here.
Yeah, get Al Guinness. Wasn't Al Pacino going to be in it or something?
I heard
on Solo or some shit. Terrible.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me?
I got a bad feeling about this.
So you're telling me the Falcon, it's not going to fly? I don't know if I can really do it,
Pacino.
So yeah, Painkillers.
Painkillers at the Christmas shop. I want to hear it.
it was fun, man. People would come in. I was just like this jovial, obviously looked like college aged.
Yes.
And let me get the football game on while we continue this conversation.
Yes.
And it was fun, man. Like I would just take a half a pill or a pill like before, and I would drive over to work. It was in Tyson's Corner, so I'd take the toll road. I'd be probably going like 75, 80.
Yeah.
Be buzzing a little bit. Maybe have a little bit to drink in there, too.
You were buzz driving to the Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, and it was the easiest fucking job, man.
Easier than our job now?
It was...
No, you don't know how easy it was when you were gone, man.
This is true.
It's
there
so
were
easy.
some parts of it that were kind of annoying. Like, they would make me do some, like, accounting type stuff, which...
Yeah.
I'm not great with numbers, right?
At 19, when you were on Painkillers doing accounting for trees...
It wasn't...
What's the cost-price ratio on this tree? Snort.
You're like, oh, dude, have you ever heard of this band Led Zeppelin? I just started listening to
exactly. You're like green behind the ears.
That was at a point, though, I look back, like, I use Spotify, and I look back, I have one playlist, and so there's segments in that playlist that, like, I have distinct memories of, like, when I first listened to the music, so it's chronological. And that's how I listen to it. So I just had the, like, ridiculous luck of like finding all this great music while I was like just doing the stupidest things and being high all the time. And so I was like, oh dude, this music's great. Oh, this is the fucking best. So like every time I hear those songs, I think about like being high at the Christmas mart and like
yes. I don't know. Thanks for appearing on the show. Close the door.
So now everyone knows that I was getting high on pills at the Christmas mart.
At the Christmas mart.
At Case and
high on pills.
Which they...
Living for my thrills. You can go to NBCSports.com.
But do you have to put in your TV provider information?
No.
Oh, really?
No, it's like public television.
My favorite memory of being at the Christmas mart was there was these other like really nice older ladies that were probably around the age of my mom that would work, and because it was at Tyson's, it was at this mall, there was an ice rink outside of it, and they would play music occasionally. And this you would think it would be that.
Was it depressing?
No, it was like electronic music and stuff.
Yeah,
and I remember
for the kids.
Yeah, and this
and
one
this
guy
like 2 years ago because you're like 21.
Totally.
No, you seem like more like because you've been through some things in the last few years. Just that you just seem a lot older than I was when I was your age.
I mean, it's forced. Like, right? It's like you have to grow up and accept it and grind through some of this shit.
On a grinder. We're on a wetter. We're trying to get back on a grinder.
We are.
Yeah.
But favorite memory to cap off this incredibly drawn out story is this German lady started like, I like thought I heard a song in the back of my head, but we played music in the mart too, and I could hear a song in the background, and it was like this EDM song that just kept building up, and then I look. And I'm digging it. I'm like, buzzing. Like, it's fucking awesome. Looking at the Christmas mart.
Get in at the Christmas mart. Living my truth.
Yeah, this is my life now, dude. I don't even care if I get caught. It's all about the pill.
I'm riding the pill thrill.
The thrill pill till I make a mill.
Capsizing my life with these capsules.
Oh, yeah, man. And I look over and I just see like whatever her name was, Martha or something. And she's bopping, and I'm like, yeah, you like this song? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, yeah, this song's sick. And we had like this synergetic moment of where we were both bopping. No, but she was kind of cute for an old German woman.
That's why you like, how's your daughter?
Yeah, do you want the Naza?
Do you want the Naza daughter? And I give you a daughter, and I take your daughter.
Yeah, and do you have any pills?
Take the baby! Take my baby!
Do you have any of the pills?
Do you have any of the pills? Yes.
So yeah, pills. The thing is, like, having all those memories, and like while I tell these stories, or while I recollect, there's some still like memories of like, oh, I enjoyed that, but like, it's obviously that's not the takeaway. Is the takeaways I've like learned from that and grown from it. So like this time around, when I'm taking when I'm actually prescribed them. Nice pass.
Beasley, get it, Beasley. Yeah, that so you don't be like, oh, that was great. I want to do more of that.
Yeah,
I
but
wanna,
like
take it to the next level.
But
I
I
should
can,
hope that you don't look back and think, well, that was fun. I'm so glad I took painkillers non-prescribed. I just don't get it because I have like by the time I started smoking weed like once in a while, like I'd already stopped drinking, so I wasn't really doing it to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the purpose of using painkillers because it's like, why don't you just use fucking heroin? I don't.
Well, it
is kind of heroin.
It is an opiate.
Use something that
TJ
like.
Waddle's got it.
Oh shit, that's picked off. Oh no. Why don't you use something that gets you like?
Well, it does. The thing is, people
visions and shit.
Do you
see stuff? All right, pitch me recreational painkillers. Elevator pitch. We're stuck in an elevator. It's me and you. The elevators. We're stuck.
Do you want a character? Do you want like straight
I want you.
truth?
I don't care what you do. I just want you pitching me.
Okay.
Painkillers. Painkiller usage.
Okay.
And I want our medical source to let me know how horribly irresponsible this is.
Yeah, please, Dr. Source. I think you are great. I appreciate your information, and that a fucking terrible throw. Don't know who that was going to. But Dr. Source,
yes,
please. Yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion. All right, painkillers, recreational use.
Yeah, recreational use of painkillers. Let's hear it.
You want downsides first?
No, man, you can't. You know how to pitch. You know, I'm terrified of having to do pitches for like
anything,
writing projects, and just selling myself in that. I just rather like, just fucking read it.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
I could do a better job than what you just attempted to do. You're like, do you want the downsides first? Do you want me to tell you how awful it is, and then try to turn it around?
Okay,
no.
So
tell me, I'm giving you a once in a lifetime opportunity to sell me on taking painkillers for fun. For funsies.
Okay. So, have you ever drank before?
Yes.
All right. What did you enjoy it at a time?
Yeah, most of the time.
What did it do for you?
Got me fucked up.
Okay.
Got to like escape a little bit.
How did it feel like along the way? Was there like a point maybe in your amount of drinking on any given time where you felt like, oh, like this is the nice level. Like that's what I want to try and keep.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe that typically? That
was
feeling.
Like a nice buzz and things could happen.
Okay. Now, was that like welcoming? Did it like rile you up? Like what kind of?
It riled me up, and so I would take it beyond that usually. Because you can't maintain a certain level of buzzness. It's not pumping into your veins.
Yeah.
So.
Did you feel happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly earnest. I guess excited sometimes.
Now, how do you feel? Have you smoked weed before?
Yeah.
How does smoking weed typically make you feel?
Weird.
Okay.
Like, kind of wish I'd done it when I was younger instead of 32 when I stopped drinking.
Which is great point. Great point.
I felt like I was like trying to struggle to keep up in the conversation I didn't care about in the first place.
Okay.
But like freaked out that I was like thinking that I made a point like 4 seconds too late.
A lot of thinking, right? A lot of headspace.
Thinking, yeah.
How did it make your body feel? Ever?
My body felt better and my head felt like shit.
Okay. Describe your body. How it felt, if you can recall.
I don't recall. It was just a little kind of like
a little tingly.
Maybe not a little tingly, but just a little weightless.
Okay. Now, what I believe recreational painkillers. So, a painkiller being an opiate. It's a narcotic.
Yeah.
It's a Schedule I drug in the United States. Most common, oxycodone, hydrocodone, codeine, opium. Those are kind of the four main that I had enjoyed in the past.
Yeah.
What I would pitch you on for that is, it's like someone giving you a really warm hug. Imagine you're on the couch, it's snowing outside, you are curled up next to maybe a significant other. Maybe you're on your own, and you have a warm blanket around you, maybe a hot cup of coffee or a hot cup of cocoa. And that feeling when you kind of don't think about anything for a second, and you just sit, and you enjoy that moment, and that feeling of like serotonin coming over you while you're there for a second, you're like, like this feels nice. Take that, extend that over a duration of hour and a half to like 3-4 hours. That's kind of like your foot in the door with painkillers.
So what are you saying I should do?
What I'm saying you should do is, you should try heroin.
Okay. Bye.